Good evening, traders. Adam here from Bold Logic doing the market analysis with you on this Sunday evening. Hopefully, everybody had a nice, restful weekend. I know I sure did, but it's time to get back into the market. Now, first thing about this week is, of course, we have Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is Thursday. It means the market is closed all day. Friday, Black Friday, means the market is closed half a day. Just because this is a big holiday week, a big traveling week, expect to have a low volume week. Now, this can be good and this can be bad. A lot of times we get runs on low volume, especially to the upside, just because there's no sellers to be found and the buying just makes it very easy for the market to take off. So we'll have to see if that's going to play into it coming into this week. On Friday, the bulls were able to hold and finally put in a gain and maybe a short-term bottom. Market was up 0.48%, almost half a percent. So that is something very constructive. Put in a nice little hammer candle here on support. This means we could get a nice strong reversal. We have to see the follow through though. This candle doesn't mean anything. This short-term bottom doesn't mean anything if we don't get the follow through on the next day. At least that will confirm our Friday movement. So we need to see an up move in the bulls on Friday. I would actually like to see us take it back into the 200-day moving average. Now, I don't expect that to happen just tomorrow, but during this week, I'd like to see us pull back into that 200-day moving average, and that's probably where I'll start getting short, just because it's going to offer a good risk reward. But until then, I want to see the bulls put in some gains here. It's their turn, and now is the best time to do it. We are still oversold, so let's see if we can't pull it out of oversold conditions, and then let's see if we can't move it back into that 200-day moving average. NASDAQ still beaten down. And with that, we're just going to go ahead and look at Apple. Apple had a very big day on Friday. We probably saw the short-term bottom come in on Apple. It's a very big doji candle. It reached down into the lower 500s, 502, 503, before it finally bounced back. As you see, the volume on this thing was tremendous. Still a little bit oversold coming out of that. Now is the time for this stock to bounce. This is going to happen now if it's going to happen. We need to see some continuation on it throughout this week. I'd like to see a nice push all the way into the 560s, 550s, 570s. That way to give this market a nice bounce. As you see, Apple has been beaten down a lot since it touched the 700s back in September. And with it, this market has also been beaten down. That's because Apple is one of our market leaders. That means we need to see this thing take off just to have the market follow. If we do not get Apple to take off with the market is going to have a lot harder time going up. Looking at the Russell, still one of my favorite indexes just because of the pinpoint accuracy, I would say, of the touch on support here in the 765 area. As you see, we came down on that Thursday, and then Friday had a nice, strong buy day, up 0.88%, still oversold, still has room to bounce. I don't think this resistance here at the 782 level is going to be much. I would like to see us run it back into the 800 level and maybe even that 200-day moving average. So I have those levels on watch for areas I would like to get short, but for now, it's all long, long, long. VIX did a good job of confirming our rally on Friday. It was down over 8%, 8.73% to be exact. On a day we were only up 0.48. That is a good move, that people are buying this rally, that people think that the market is going to continue going up, at least in the short term. They're ditching their insurance puts. They're dropping those off. They're selling out. They're taking their money. They're just not buying them. They're selling premium, and now they're ready for the market to go up. So good move here for the VIX back into the 16s. That's something we like to see. We are just not getting much panic out of this market. As you can see, we never really made it over 20, and we just had a series of lower highs and lower lows forming. So no real panic in this recent pullback in this market. And now we're back into the 16s. Let's see if the market can rally here. It does have the best chance. Looking through some sectors, I do like the home builders. It could bear flag into the 50-day moving average, but at least that'll give you a couple of days of gains. Energy, it's okay, good volume, nice little doji candle. Could run back into the 200-day, but nothing real special. Utilities, same thing. They were very oversold. As you see, they just come crashing down, went all the way about 37.20 to about the 33. So definitely pulling back, just doing a nice little dead cat bounce. Nothing's real special there. Material, same thing. Crashed through that 200-day moving average. A nice little doji candle. Could be a short-term bottom here. Nice. It could make a nice little rally back into this, 35 level, but nothing too special. Technology, same thing. This one has a better chance of getting a nice solid bounce. Financials, one of my favorite sectors. Perfect touch of that 200-day moving average. Looks like it's building up for a nice gain. Still oversold. It's sitting on perfect support. This is a good place for risk reward. You put your stop on that 200-day moving average and you ride this stock back up or you ride this sector back up. So I definitely like the financial sector. It's one of my favorites. That and home builders. And just looking at biotechs, they're just kind of messy right now. So nothing really happening here. So we need that continuation run into this week. It's going to be a low volume week, which means we could get that continuation run pretty easy, especially if no sellers come in to step up. So definitely going to be a shortened week, definitely going to be light on the trading, but we are trying to hit the longs where we can and where we see fit, concentrating on those great setups. That way we just maximize our reward. All right, everyone, good luck, and we'll talk to you later this week.